This report covers Ladera Ranch condos and townhomes. We call the report Current Market Trends. It covers a period January 1st through April 30th, 2020. And to a large extent, we will be discussing the changes over the last 30 days. The headline for this month is New Listing Slip with the Stay-at-Home Order. The blue line does not show the steep drop-off seen in many other communities, but it definitely shows unusual activity that does not reflect normal Ladera Ranch market activity. The Ladera Ranch condo market is currently a seller's market with 9/10 of a month of inventory. Chapman University defines a buyer's market in Southern California as being 3.5 months or more of inventory. Monitoring the active listings provides insight into trends such as changes in home values and inventory levels. Today there are 13 active listings. There were 14 in our last report. There were 35 new listings over the last 90 days. 13 of those are still on the market. There were 8 new listings in April during the stay-at-home order. There are 3 key steps in the selling and buying process: new listings, contracts written, and closings. Compared to 2019, today new listings are down 28%. Contracts written are even with 2019, and closings are up 65%. This is due almost entirely to a very strong January and February. As mentioned, new listings are down 28%. The Ladera condo market slowed down in February as soon as the news of the COVID-19 issue was starting. Pay attention to the blue line in the graph over the next 60 days. Without new listings, we cannot have contracts written, and without contracts written, we cannot have closings. On the positive side, Fannie Mae, who is a major mortgage buyer, is forecasting very strong third and fourth quarters this year. The second step, having willing buyers and contracts written, is running dead even for the same period in 2019. There were 45 contracts by the end of April both years. They will have to slide over the next couple of months because new listings have slowed down. We need to pay close attention to the blue line, but I believe we've found a bottom. Closings are up 65% so far this year due to the best ever first 3 months of the year. January, February, and March were the best in the last 8 years. Because closings follow contracts written, the blue line will remain flat for a month or two. If all goes well, time will prove we have flattened out and start to improve by July. Prices, aka home values, as determined by the closing price of the current transactions, are up in Ladera Ranch by 1.6% compared to last year. The average current list price for the active listings that are on the market now is $549,000. The range is from $462,000 to $645,000. As one of the key metrics used in comparative market analysis, or CMAs, recent closings are used to suggest market values. Typically, a CMA will look back at a period of 90 to 180 days, depending on how active a market is. You have to go back far enough to get enough closings to substantiate a price. However, we always use 90 days since we do our reports every 30 days and we're working in very active markets. By using 90 days, we eliminate a lot of the seasonality that distorts data when you go back farther. For instance, looking back 6 months right now would mean we would be using data from November and December in our assumptions presented here. And obviously, November and December have no relevance to the current market. Today, there are 35 homes that have closed over the last 90 days. 13 of those closed below last asking price. 6 homes closed at last asking price, and 16 homes sold above last asking price. This is a normal data distribution for the Ladera Ranch market. Days on market, commonly referred to as DOM, is a key factor in predicting market activity, especially home values, and a leading indicator of future changes in inventory levels and the potential changes in market types from seller to buyer or vice versa. DOM is the time from activating a listing on the MLS to getting an offer accepted and a purchase contract signed. A normal range that brokers target would be 30 to 45 days. A DOM for all active listings in Ladera condos is currently 42 days. It was 33 days in our last report. We should note that DOM for the closing so far this year is 30 days. Inventory levels are the primary determining factor of market type, a buyer or a seller's market. Chapman University defines a buyer's market here in Southern California as being 3.5 months or more of inventory. The current inventory level of 0.9 months of inventory is lower than most communities, but fairly common for Ladera Ranch, especially the condos. But there are 3 other key metrics we need to monitor to forecast shifts in the inventory levels. The first is a change from a point in time 90 days ago. Currently, inventory increased 62% from 90 days ago. This is an extraordinary increase, even for spring when a lot of homes are hitting the market. Next, we need to look at year-over-year levels, which are down 58%, also an unusual amount. And we mentioned seasonality in an earlier conversation. To cross-check on seasonality, we always look at the month-to-month comparison. In this report, we are looking at April 2020 compared to April 2019 and see another unusual statistic. The April-to-April comparison is down 62%. By now you've noticed we crunch a lot of data to present this level of detail. We get this data from saved searches we have set up on the MLS. We put the raw data from those saved searches into our proprietary statistical model. No one else has this presentation. The map you are seeing displays the public-facing information in those saved searches. And the thumbnails that you are looking at are also accessible as part of that forward-facing information. You can find it on our website at joe-richter.com under a special link for saved searches. As part of the data analysis, we put things into table. This is a table of the current active listings. And the table that you're looking at now is all the closings from this year, 2020, to date. And here is the last bit of detail. This chart shows the value range of all the closings so far this year. Notice how the red dots cluster around that blue trend line. That blue trend line is what we use to help sellers determine a listing price. It's always surprising to to many sellers just how the homes that have closed neatly follow a trend line. The red dots represent the closed prices. The gray dots represent the original list price for the same transaction. Notice that many of the transactions, the red dot's below the gray dot. However, many of those transactions, the red dot's above. That means the market said, I'm going to pay more for this house. So properly pricing your home is very, very important. We can help. In closing, we would like to say this is an overview of the data. We welcome the opportunity to have more detailed discussions. Please contact us. We hope that you homeowners out there watching this have gotten a better understanding of the market and your home values, and that those of you who may be considering selling have learned we have an in-depth knowledge of the real estate markets. We know the timings, neighborhood values, marketing strategies needed to properly price your home and list it to sell in a timely and efficient manner. As your real estate agent, we know how to take full advantage of any market condition to help you sell your house. And for you buyers out there who are wondering where to start, you now know we have this market knowledge for all of South Orange County. We can help you identify the best neighborhood and find the right home in that neighborhood for the next phase of your life. Please contact me. The team I work with would love to be of service. Thank you very much.